I didn't think that this would ever happen, but Elysia's moving out.
I'm free! YouTube family, I'm free!
Honey.
The day has finally come, and honestly, YouTube family, it is all your fault why I'm moving out. I have my truck packed, I have clothes, my wallet, I got the family bank card.
What? No.
I have everything I need. Hudson probably will follow me, I don't know.
No, he will not.
I'm just kidding. All joking aside, I am technically moving out today, but I'm moving out for the most amazing reason ever. And no, I'm not moving out. I'm obviously forever will be with my family. I love my family dearly, but my goodness, this has been a dream of mine forever. And honestly, YouTube family, it is all your fault, but in the best way possible, because the reason I'm moving out is something that I hoped and dreamed would happen one day, and it's finally here. So we're gonna show you what we're up to today in the beginning of something amazing that's about to happen. And then we're gonna answer a whole bunch of questions also like throughout today's video. So all the things you've been wondering, we will touch on them throughout today. We wanna get to going to where we're going today because my truck is packed, so let's go.
Finally, she's getting out of the house. Let's go, let's get her out of here.
How are we gonna get the table up in there?
Thought you would have a plan for that.
It's so heavy. Heaviest item IKEA has ever produced. If you have one of these tables, you'll feel my pain. This table is incredibly heavy, with or without the drawers in it. And every time I want to move it, I think, oh my word, why is this table so heavy? But I love the table, so it's totally worth it. I even bought casters for it because I thought that would make it easier for me to move it around the house to different spots I like to do work in, which is another reason today's video is happening. But the casters didn't really work because of the way that the legs go in this, so, oh my word. Can you help me get it in the truck?
Yeah.
So we just pulled up to Little Blue Sky Cottage. You can see that she definitely needs some landscaping done right now. Philip's already started to weed whack. We just pulled up with a truckload of stuff. We have a lot of more things to bring here. We're gonna tell you all about what we're gonna be doing because Little Blue Sky Cottage is gonna be getting a bit of a makeover, at least a slight makeover for right now. Not an official full makeover yet. But we do need to make some changes to this space, and we're gonna explain kind of why and what we're doing in just a second. Philip's got a lot of cutting to do.
It's a jungle, baby.
It's a jungle. He's cleaning up the front for me because I'm about to work on a bit of the exterior of the building. Let's do this. Already looks better. It already oh, it smells like really strong. Greenery.
It does. It smells not bad. But look at this. This is the extra. All the wiring in Little Blue, what was Little Blue, now maybe have a name changed, is brand new. So that's the good thing about the building is all the wiring in it is brand new, and then it all comes out to here. So whatever that means, when we have our electrician come in,
I think it's the only thing that Little Blue doesn't need is new wiring.
right? Or he'll come in and be like, oh, this is really bad. You need all new wiring.
We're tentatively meeting an electrician here Thursday or Friday. So fingers crossed, YouTube family, that it's in budget for us to be able to get the electrician to actually hook everything up. We need a panel. We need Nova Scotia Power to hook up from the power poles all the way over to the building.
I think they should probably put in another pole.
I'm not entirely sure yet, but
That's what they're going to do.
and then look what I have in my hand. Let's do this. So I just finished putting the first coat on the front of the property. Philip is behind me weed whacking, doing all kinds of work. The property already looks so different than when we first got here today. So you can hear him weed whacking in the background. But when we first bought Little Blue, we found all of these that need to go in the underhang of the roof here. in the backwoods surrounding. We took a look around because we noticed a few were missing because there was some siding on the ground, and we found a whole pile of these. So we kept them safely inside this property for quite a while, and we're gonna go put them up. I'm gonna see how many I can click into. Hopefully we don't have to buy any, and hopefully we found all of them. I mean, the chances are probably slim that we found all of them in this little abandoned house that we bought, but fingers crossed. So I'm gonna get it back up on the ladder and see if I can clip all of these in.
Elysia went and found all the replacement.
I don't know what they're called, but I figured out how to put them on. Not that it was rocket science, but I didn't know, because like...
Well, it looks amazing. And I just found, does that match? Is this the shoe that fits? Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah.
And I am going to paint this part, so we can make that work.
Yeah.
I gotta get this off. Perfectly.
One should be that size.
Maybe there. I don't know.
Maybe inside.
You can already see Philip's done all by the road. He's getting all of this weed whack. You might be wondering why he's not using a lawnmower, but we've actually destroyed 2 lawnmowers at this property because the ground is so rocky and it's almost impossible to see where any of the things are on the ground. So he's gonna weed whack as much as he can today, and then we'll figure out the rest. And look at it so far. What a difference some paint can make, honestly. So we obviously have a little bit of the trim work at the top to be able to rectify, and we are going to need some new shingles, which I think we're planning on changing the color of the shingles, and they obviously need to be, you know, refreshed. They're probably super old. We actually don't know how old. And then I painted the door black as well. And then we have some siding pieces at home from another project. So we're gonna be able to fill in the bottom, and then I'll go back and paint those just black. So that will tidy that up. We definitely need a front step. And of course you can see, I haven't made my way around the building yet, but big transformation so far. Look at what I just found. Extra siding. So I'm missing a piece there. I have to take this wood bar off here because I can't remember why we put that on there, or if we even put that on there. And then we need to fill in this piece right here. So that piece there actually is the piece under there, but it's broken. So I'm gonna cut it off and then use these pieces to patch. Oh no, that will be that piece, to patch that little section right there. And then the whole front will be completely covered. And then I think some of that white trim on the bottom is also over here. So hopefully I can get the whole front, and then I can finish painting the bottom, because I kind of love it with the black. I know it's just one coat, so first coats always look kind of crummy, but like envision it, YouTube family, envision it. I'll try to show you like a little inspiration picture of what I'm hoping that this will look like in the end when we're done the roof and, you know, all the exterior and everything. But this is a pretty good start for a day's work. Okay, I'm gonna keep going before I lose daylight. Okay, so by this point of the video, you're probably wondering, what on earth am I doing? I'm starting a barn in a week's time, and I'm over here at Little Blue Sky Cottage painting the exterior of the building.
She's moving out.
I'm moving out. We have plumbing to do here, electrical to do here, roofing to do here, drywalling to do here, flooring to do here, subflooring to do here. I can't even think of all the things that this property needs. But if you remember, about 2 years ago, we purchased this property. And this property came to be because my kitchen, my dream kitchen that I ordered from a company, never arrived. I ended up building my own kitchen with just the deposit, which left me a bunch of extra money that I normally, basically already in my head, girl math, had sold in my head that kitchen was already paid for. And I kept driving by this for sale sign on this half acre with a well and a septic in a cute little building that was completely abandoned. And something told me I needed to make a phone call. So I did. You saw it on a video. You saw me, the real video of me calling the real estate agent. And when she told me what the price was, I was like, well, that was meant to be, because it was exactly the price that I had left in the budget from building my $5,000 kitchen. I took the remaining of the kitchen budget and we purchased this property. And Philip was like, buy the property. Let's just do it. Follow your heart. Something told you to buy the property. Let's do it. This whole time of owning Little Blue Sky Cottage, I knew when we bought it that it was not in the budget at that moment, when we also had an abandoned house we just bought, to actually start renovating the cottage. House was obviously our priority. So 2 years almost has passed since we've owned this property, and we haven't done a single thing here. We get tons of messages asking, when are you going to start the cottage? When are you going to start the cottage? And for some reason, I keep hesitating of each project to come over here and start the cottage property. Because originally my idea was to have this as a rental space. And the main purpose of having this property was that it would be an income property in some way, shape, or form for our family. And, you know, Airbnb-ing it or renting it out for short-term or long-term rental was my original idea for the property. But as life changes and things go, you know, come and go and more different ideas come into sight, I've been kind of hesitating on making this a cottage property. And that's probably been part of the reason why I've procrastinated, in addition to budget, obviously, starting the cottage. And so we're finally at the spot where we're like, okay, something amazing happened just a couple of weeks ago, and I launched my Create With Me kits. And as you know, back when we lived in Ontario, we built me a studio bunkie build to be able to do just that type of project. But we moved. So I never got a chance to use the studio for its intended purpose, which was to create and be able to make revenue and do different things with my studio. And so we've decided collectively as a family that since my kits were absolutely an amazing first launch, that just like when we started YouTube, I'm going to bet on myself and we're going to transform this bunkie here, this small little blue sky cottage, into a studio where I can create, design my kits, fabricate everything that needs to go into the kits, and basically make this my DIY kit merch shop to be able to really go big with this idea. I absolutely, since I was a little girl, have always wanted to have my own DIY kits. And now that they've launched, and they obviously did really, really well because I was completely sold out in a few days, we're going to slowly, it's not happening right now, we're not moving things in like to be able to build boxes in here right this second. There needs to be some work done first. But this eventually will be an amazing workshop, studio, creative space that I can come and do everything I need to do. And that means that when I have this space here, that means I'm freeing up space at the house. I'm making a huge mess every time I have these big projects, and I don't have enough room to stretch out and really be creative and not really like disrupt our daily lives at the house when I have such big projects on the go. So this means I'm going to get to come over here, stretch my wings, make a mess over here, and have everything I need easily accessible to me. I have some really cool things coming that are going to help me make my kits even better than my first kits. And so I really am going to need a lot more space. So you're going to get to see that coming up. So this is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to work at it slow because we're going to do the barn first. We're going to do little bit by little bit as budget allows. And then hopefully within about 6 months time, maybe I get to move in completely and all of our kits are going to get made in this space here. How awesome. Which also means that I can now film my DIY creative videos here and bring back a lot more of the DIY videos that you used to see on my channel that I know so many of you have been asking for. It's just, I need space. I need some more space to create. I need a spot to clear my mind and be able to use my creative brain for something great. And this space is going to do that for me. So I'm going to show you an inspiration of what I'm hoping that this is going to look like in 6 months time. And then I'm also eventually going to show you, I have an amazing idea for the design on the inside, and you're all going to be part of that. So I hope that this is so exciting for you. Property's been a little bit like abandoned here. We haven't really come over here to do a lot of work. As you know, we've been helping Philip's mom and dad. We've been doing work at our own spot, gearing up for the barn build. We have the kids home for the summer. We have so many things going on right now. But we're really going to just set little chunks of time aside and come and do some projects over here as we can. I'm supposed to be meeting with an electrician maybe Thursday or Friday this week to get a quote. So fingers crossed the quote is in budget to get the electrical hooked up, because that's a pretty timely, like time-consuming thing to have the province also come and do the actual electric setup here. There's no panel box, but it looks to me when we inspected ourselves today that all the wiring was already done for me before I bought the place. So that is a win. So hopefully he doesn't tell me it's astronomical to be able to get the electrical work done so that we can move forward with that part. That's going to make building in here, renovating in here, you know, installing everything we need to do so much easier if we have power. But for now, we're working off grid. We have the solar generator here. So Philip's going to strap it on the roof. We're going to work here while we can until we have power with the solar generator. And I think that's going to be good enough for us for right now. So while I'm talking about the kits, I want to thank everyone who ordered an August box, because you guys completely sold me out. I was hoping that I might get just a couple orders to get my idea and the ball going for these creative boxes I'm starting. And you guys literally sold me out. And then I added a few more because I had enough time to make some more kits. And you guys sold me out again. And then I just knew that I had to set that as a limit and that I couldn't humanly possibly get any more boxes done in time to have them shipped out. Unlike a lot of other creative boxes you see online or subscription boxes, my kits are actually completely handmade, handcrafted by me. Is that the things that are in the boxes are not things I just order online and then put into a box to ship out. Everything is handcrafted and made with love. Boys and I hugged every parcel as we sent it out to the mail post. So we were so excited to get these sent out. But you're gonna see on August 15th, when I reveal what is inside the first August kit, you're going to see why my boxes are not only completely handcrafted and how amazing they are, but you're gonna see why you didn't see me for the last 2 weeks. Now, typically, don't worry, we won't miss videos because of my DIY boxes. I know that not everybody is interested in ordering a box, and that's totally okay. I know all of you are cheering me on regardless of if you've ordered a box or not, and I thank all of you so much for that. I don't want anyone to think that we're gonna miss videos because I'm creating the boxes, but I did have to focus on starting to launch my kits so that I can get the ball going on this dream project that I've had for so long. So August 15th, you're gonna get to see what is in the boxes, and I think all of it's gonna make sense. In addition to working on the boxes the last 2 months, I actually launched a little project that's kind of in addition to the kits that are now on my ElysiaEnglish.com site, and those are Give the Gift of DIY. It's a small box that has a DIY project in it that's perfect to gift yourself or to gift to someone else you think will enjoy it. And it's just a small project that is holiday themed that you can give in a stocking. You could put it in the post because it's a smaller parcel, and it just gets to be able to inspire other people. And so those are on the site right now. I'll give you more information about those. They're also in a smaller budget, which allows, it to be more budget friendly to be able to give as a gift. I know holiday time gets very expensive. So these are as budget friendly as I possibly can put them out, as well as the shipping costs. So if you're interested in those, take a look.
Come on, kitchen scissors. I didn't know I was going to be doing any siding work today. In case we ever need to buy any more, it's called frosted white. Let's just record that on video.
Frosted white.
Frosted white.
Okay.
Or frost white. I can't really tell, but... Okay, let's see. I guess I should start over here. Does that go under?
I think it goes under, yeah. I can give it I can try too.
I got some of it, I think.
Oh,
Did I get it?
close.
How fun that we were able to find the pieces. It's harder to click it in than you think, right? Because the other siding's already adhered to the... Oh, I think you're doing it. That looks great on that side. Yep. I got the piece on. Perfect. And I'm going to get some skirting done. Philip made me a step.
Stop it.
Oh, there's another railroad tie right there. We were able to do that bottom trim work, and then we found even another layer of bottom trim work that finishes off and caps the bottom of the building up. So now I need to do some scrubbing to clean it. So obviously everything that I have to paint needs to be clean before I can paint it. So I need to be able to clean that bottom part. But look at, that looks a million times better. We found all the pieces for the underneath, all the pieces to replace the front of the trim. Nothing on the sides is missing, like the left side. And I think it's just one little piece on the right, but we have the piece, I think, inside the building. So we were able to rectify the whole outside. And then I'm just about to put that piece on there, and then I can clean this, roll this black, and then I'm gonna do that whole trim piece up there with the black. So good. We got lucky.
Oh, we got so lucky.
What are the chances when you get an abandoned building that you're gonna find all the scrap pieces that you need to fix it? Okay, next step.
I know it's overkill, but I think this will do the work.
We just exploded the scissors trying to cut the siding with kitchen scissors. Onto the circular saw we go. Nice. And then it just has to slide to your left about an inch, if possible. That's perfect. You're right on the end now. Oh, that's so much better. And then when it's painted black, you will not see the lines even line up, babe. So on this side here, obviously there's a broken window, so the broken window needs to be fixed. So we're gonna break out the glass and put some wood across it on the inside just to close it up for right now, but we're gonna have to basically buy a new window and then have a window installed. And then we're missing this piece here, which is what we're just putting on the front, but we have that piece and we have to do all the underneath parts right here like you just saw me do at the front, but that's another day. We're gonna be coming back, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Chase's birthday. He's turning 15.
Happy birthday, Chase boy!
We're gonna do a really fun party with him tomorrow with Phil's mom and dad. We got him a really fun gift. And then we'll be back the next day to work on the cottage, but that looks pretty good. I really want to paint that black. Okay, so that's what that side looks like. And then I'm gonna show you the other side. So this side, we're only missing that little piece right there. Everything else on this side is all intact, so that's great. And then the window on this side's perfect. So just that little piece and we have it. Okay, I'm getting back up on my ladder so I can make that black. We need to have the shingles on the roof rectified before we can start putting things into the building. That would be, say, like cardboard or wood or anything that we're going to have. And then also we want to take down all the drywall so we can get new drywall put in. We have some insulation already put aside so we can put that in, make sure everything is really insulated. We have a lot to do here before we can actually be here working on kits.
Love working on the studio.
Okay, so we need a name. My kits are Create With Me, Elysia English, but that's not really like a great name for this place. So it was Little Blue Sky Cottage because it was going to be a cottage, but now it's going to be my studio. So if you have any creative names for my studio, I feel like it's going to take me some time to not call it Little Blue Sky Cottage, although I am so unbelievably over the moon excited that this is going to be my studio. I've always wanted an art space, and that's what we were building for me in Ontario, right? And I never got a chance to utilize it and do the interior. So I'm really excited about the possibility of this really like coming into play in the next maybe like 6 months time. Oh, the little ones are on the lawn chair that's inside the building. We're working with lawn chair furniture right now. How cute will it be when there's like a wood deck around, decor outside? I'm gonna make a sign for the front. We're gonna hang some solar lights. It's gonna be so cute. I just sent the boys a picture. I'm waiting for the response. I don't know that they quite thought we were gonna apply paint today. Nice, babe. The studio building is so peaceful because there's no neighbor on this side. There's no neighbors on the other side, and then there's no neighbors to this side. So we really don't hear anything. You can hear the crickets. Our well's just right over here. Our septic is over on the other side. When I paint that side, I'll just paint the wood black just for right now, and then we'll
Just screw that onto that.
Yeah.
Couple more screws.
When I paint that side, I'll just paint that black for a couple weeks till we get the window fixed up.
Yeah, you won't.
It'll just like kind of hide it a little bit, I guess. But eventually we obviously need to get a window fixed. Obviously everything that we're doing here needs to be done on a budget. So it's worked out really well that I'm painting the building and paint was on sale. So that's great. We were able to find all of the siding that we needed to rectify the front. And the front is the most important part. Obviously it faces the road. We're going to make the other sides look great as well. But ultimately I really want the front siding to be perfect. If I had to like mismatch fine pieces of siding for even, you know, something that's maybe missing on the back, and then I'm painting it the same color as the building anyways, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I really wanted the front to all be proper, the same size siding and everything. After all, it's going to be like a shop studio, so it's not like I'm going to go out and buy all new siding or anything. And I always envisioned painting this building when it was going to be a cottage. I didn't know what I was going to paint it, but it wasn't going to stay white. My plan for it was never for it to be a white building. But I did have a dream on how I wanted my actual wood shop or studio to look like. I've been eyeing this design for a really long time. And so I think in the ultimate end of everything here, when we get all the projects done on this place, I can really make this building look just the way that I wanted it to in what I've been envisioning. So you'll get to see more and more pieces of it as we go. But so far it's looking pretty good. So I bought a really gimmicky light at the hardware store. I think it's from like As Seen on TV or something. I'm not really sure. But it was the best solar light I could buy for my money. I don't want to pay for power to have an exterior light on this property, but I do want a light to either stay on or a light to turn on if someone happened to pull. That was a weed whacker. So I do want to have a light that will turn on if someone pulls into our driveway. Our driveway here, you can go down and up and back over. It's right on a main road here. And I just feel better having a light here. Not to mention, we're going to be working here really late nights. I don't know if you saw my post or not, but I did over 200 hours working on the scroll saw alone to get ready to send my kits out. And so I was basically working around the clock, night and day. And so at our house, we have solar lights outside if I need to be working outside or go in and out or anything. So I want to have the same here if we come and go late nights to be able to do some work. So Phil's going to put this solar light up, and we're just going to put on the corner up here. I want to get a really cute light fixture here that's like a little lantern or like something cute to go with the style of how I want to do the building in the end. But like I said, we're kind of nowhere near the fanciful part of the building at this point. We're kind of just looking at main functions first. Oh yeah, and new tires on the truck. Day one of starting all of my kits, we went to go get all of the wood in the city about 4 hours away, and both the front tires on my truck blew. So we had to go get new tires for the truck. They were well overdue, needed. As you know, I did the rims because the rims were mismatched when I bought the truck. The tires still had some life in them, but our roads here are just so bad that the life of the tires was pretty much gone in only a couple of months of having the truck. So now we have some nice safe tires for the truck, which is awesome. I don't think you backed the truck up quite close enough. Oh my goodness. I'm working my way across the top here. They stole my ladder. Oh yeah, look, YouTube family, Philip's driving. So many of our YouTube family think Philip doesn't have a license and he's not allowed to drive because I always drive. Okay, YouTube family, now that I'm staring at the building, the top is obviously going to be black, and then I'm going to be painting underneath here black too, because now it just screams like a big white beam underneath there. But should the framework of the door also be black, or should I leave it white? I feel like it's just like screaming now that the building's black, at least the first coat. It's going to even get more black once we kind of get the second coat and third, maybe even third coat on. But we are going to be putting security cameras up at the property here. So that will give us some extra security as well. Just like our property, we have the whole property all secured with different security cameras all over, seeing all sides of the property. We're going to be doing the same here because it's just safer that way. It's actually harder to drill into the siding than you think it would be. And now we had no sun because it's been in a box, so it's not going to light up for us today. Tomorrow, though. Okay, not bad. For a day's work, I went ahead and painted around the door black. And I know right now it just looks really blacked out, but don't worry, there's going to be decor and things. It's not going to be totally black. And then I need to take the screen off to finish painting the door properly. The step is now shining really silver, but that's okay. But you can see how cute it looks. And then obviously we need another coat, and keep in mind the roof is going to be a completely different color, which is really going to brighten it up because it's looking really dark at this point, but it's going to be much brighter when we have like an orangey brown kind of tan colored roof shingles instead. So now little blue is black and white. She's not finished yet. She does have a solar light. Philip's still working on clearing a bunch of stuff on this side, but he got this whole main area all cut.
The hill and the drive at least.
We still have tons to do, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't possibly get this whole property rectified in one day. The bugs, as you can see probably from the camera, have come out full force, but she's looking pretty good. I can't wait to change the shingle color now. Now that I see the black, I'm like, let's go.
It's gotta be the brown, that orangey brown.
Yeah.
Similar, like a sorrel maybe.
Oh my gosh. Like Hudson and Lennon color roof. Yeah. Philip's favorite color. So yeah, it looks really cute. And then think like wood deck on the front, wood deck on the back, decor. It's going to be super cute, I think, in the end. I'm just starting to put a second coat on. You can really see the difference where I've done the second coat. Like it's undeniably better. Looks so good. It's gone from gray to black. I honestly think we're still going to need a third coat when we get to that point, but that's okay. We're going to do our 2 coats here. And then we're going to leave the second one. Normally I would just wait 24 hours, but we're kind of on a roll. It's not dark yet. We're having a lot of fun here, so we're going to just keep on painting. And Philip's lit us a fire to keep some of the bugs away because they're eating us alive. I'm now wearing Philip's shirt. I've got myself covered up a little bit here so I'm not getting eaten so much, but it's looking so great.
Oh, I love it. It's so amazing. Such a contrast. I know the side's white, so it's tough to see the whole thing, but it looks so good. I think it makes it more of a studio. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, tell me that that is not the most creative sky on my day one of building my studio. Like every studio needs a sky like that.